Today we'll be talking about the importance of drawing and scribbling as precursors to printing as a means of self-expression.
Yeah, so we're just going to jump right into our activities. Alright, so our next activity that we're going to be doing, we are going to need 2 bowls, one filled with water. You're going to need a couple of droplets, and if you want some food coloring to add into the water. And what we're going to do is we're going to transfer all the water from one bowl to another using one hand, and then we'll transfer it back using the other hand. And this is just to develop their fine motor skills in order for them to be able to hold a pencil or any writing utensil, crayons, markers. They need that grip. So this is just a fun way to practice that. If you put food coloring in it, it's a little bit more enticing. If you're going to be using glue, just be careful that you don't spill it all over yourself like I did. I'm gonna make the water purple. So I'm gonna do 1 drop, 2 drops of blue, and it's all over my hand again. And 1 drop, 2 drops of red, and let's see if we mix it. Ooh, it becomes a nice purple. So I'm going to use my left hand, and I'm going to squeeze, get all the water, and transfer it into this bowl. You can really see how light the purple is in this bowl. I don't know if you can see it on camera or not. Let's try that again. Ooh, and all the way up and into the one bowl. So you really want to use just the one hand the entire time, or encourage your little one to use the one hand the entire time. Now let's pretend that all the water got transferred over, and now I'm going to use my right hand and do the same thing and fill it all back up to the other side. See, this one, and last one. Whoa. So practice that a few times if you want. To extend it, you can get them to do the opposite hand. So right now, they were doing it like this. If you want to get them to reach over and then cross their midline, they'll have to go from here to here with their opposite hand. Alright, so for our last activity, what you're going to need is a clear bin, or just a regular bin if you don't have any. And the reason we want it clear is because we have different colored tissue paper that we're going to stick to the bottom. But the most important thing you'll need is any container and shaving cream. This is just to make it a little bit more colorful and playful for your little one. So if you have a clear bin and you have different colored tissue paper, we are going to flip the bin upside down, and we're going to tape all the different colors onto the bottom of the bin on the outside. So we're going to do it like this. Okay. So the tape doesn't have to be perfect, but as you can see, now that we have it the right side up, you can see the colors on the bottom. If you have a light table at home, you can put this on top of the light table and have the light shine through. So now that the bottom is taped, we're going to take our shaving cream, and these we bought at the dollar store, and we're just going to cover the bottom of it. So you don't want to cover the whole thing. That's why if you have a shallow bin, even better. But we're just going to cover, we're going to just use enough that it covers the bottom of the bin. Alright, shake, 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 shake. There we go. Okay, so now that the bottom is all covered, I have made these cards here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to recreate the words in the shaving cream. So this is a really good activity for your older children who recognize letters. So I've got wow, can, red, and dog. So like I said, this is good for your older children that can actually recognize words. So then they can try to start recreating it. So they're just gonna use their hands to recreate the words. If they don't want to stick their hands in the shaving cream, that's perfectly fine. You can grab them a stick. I have a marker. I'm just gonna use the top of it. But I'm just gonna use my hands. So the first word is dog. D-O-G. Let's see if I can write this upside down. Ready? So D O O. Make it a little bit clearer. And G. Can you guys see that? Dog. All right. Our next one is wow. So we're just gonna go like this. This is a great sensory activity too. So while they're trying to learn their letters and their markings, this is a great way. And you don't have to use like words. If they don't know, they can't recognize words just yet, you can do shapes, smiley faces, emojis, all that fun stuff. So don't just stick to the words. You can use single letters as well. So A, B, C, D, E, all that good stuff. But we have wow. I'm gonna try to make this really clear for you, my friends. Wow. Uh-oh, I think I did the W too big. Oh well. We're gonna make a tiny one up here. If that happens at home, it's okay. Can you guys see it? But it does say wow. The little tiny W is up here. Let me try to make it a little bit clearer for you guys. All right. So next one, let's erase our markings. And the reason we have the tissue paper on the bottom is so that every time a mark appears, you see a color. So we only have 2 colors right now, but you'll really see it if you have like three colors. But again, all optional. So we have can. I'm gonna make sure all the shaving cream is back on it. And now I'm gonna write C. Can you see it? C. This shaving cream too is just a little bit runny because it's not too new. So if you're using a little bit of shaving cream and it's like this, you can always add a little tiny bit of non-toxic white glue. So C-A-N. There we go. Uh-oh. There we go. Can. So like I said before, you don't have to use words. You can use shapes. So like square, because that's also important. That's also a symbol to recognize marks. So a square, I don't know if you guys can see that. A square or a triangle. So try this at home with your little one. Definitely put newspaper around. But yeah, it's super fun and the texture is really cool.
How do children learn to write? All children go through stages from scribbling to drawing and writing. In each stage, they are developing their muscles in their arms, hands, and fingers. They also develop important thinking skills like planning, problem solving, and using their imaginations. How can you help your child become ready for reading? You can help them by providing water activities in small containers with various brushes and using anything that's comfortable for them to sit down. You can also use shape sorters to make simple shape sorters. Cut a hole in the lid of the shoebox or plastic containers. Use jar lids or small blocks for shapes. Puzzles. Simple puzzles with large knobs can be used. Puzzles with more pieces or without knobs for older children. Tissues and scarves. Show your baby how to pull the piece of tissue out of the box one at a time. For toddlers, you can put scarves or pieces of fabric in a box with holes in the top and encourage your toddler to reach in and pull them out. Crayons and papers. Use thick crayons and papers that don't rip easily. For toddlers, you can add regular sized crayons and markers. Play-Doh. You can show your baby how to pat, squeeze, or pound the Play-Doh. For your toddlers, you can add rollers and cutouts or any toys to press into the dough. Blunt scissors and papers for toddlers and light cardboard, styrofoam trays, or Play-Dohs to cut. Remember, supervision is required. Games such as peekaboo. Put a light cloth over your face and let your baby pull it off. Put a soft toy on your shoulder and let your baby reach for it. Peekaboo for toddlers using a scarf or piece of fabric. Let your toddler cover their face and pull it off and yell, "Surprise!" Stage 1, making a mark on paper using a variety of tools such as crayons, markers, and paint brushes. Stage 2, adding lines and dots to an oval. As you could see, the child has drawn lines coming from the middle of the circle oval. Stage 3, making dots and lines for eyes, nose, mouth, legs, and sometimes arms. and drawing legs and arms coming from the head. Stage 4, making legs on the head longer, trying to draw the shape of the body, attaching arms to the head, then the body, adding big hands with fingers.
So there's no need to rush your little one through the stages. Every stage is very important for learning, thinking skills, and self-expressions. As you can see, with the basics of scribbles, there are 20 different stages of scribbling, and it starts from a dot and it ends with an imperfect circle. So your little one needs to go through all of those stages before they can get to the very last one. So thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you guys had a lot of fun, and hopefully you guys try out these activities at home